Robin.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony. On the Virus, Sirius XM.
All right, we were talking about the mother of the astronaut.
Yes.
Fox 5 just interviewed her. We got a few clips, Anthony. She's very, very angry with NASA.
Very.
Her son, a Queens native, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And, now she's wondering if her son's going to come back in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the exclusive interview with Fox 5.
Well, I didn't hear that they had grounded it until somebody called me and told me. All I had heard is that the piece was a small piece. Then somebody told me, called me and told me it was as big as a pillow.
I didn't know that Lynn Samuels had a son that was an astronaut.
That's wonderful. My son, the astronaut. You could just see her bragging outside her little house. Those houses that are 2 feet wide, all next to each other.
Right.
Did you hear about my son, the astronaut? He's in space now, the astronaut. Would your son a doctor, a lawyer? I have an astronaut. I'm very upset here.
Just smoking as she's talking.
Very dangerous. It's the size of a pillow.
I got to hear that again. The mother of one of the astronauts.
Well, I didn't hear that they had grounded it until somebody called me and told me. All I had heard is that the piece was a small piece. Then somebody told me, called me and told me it was as big as a pillow.
It was as big as a pillow. So I'm suing for punitive damages here.
Yes.
I was watching the shuttle launch. I was very angered. They said they were pieces, but it was the size of a pillow and my shoes. I saw the well, I couldn't see them because my glasses, I can't see, goddammit. My son's an astronaut, and it's tearing the ass out of me. Oh, man. She didn't know.
So she's going to sue everybody.
What a typical mom.
Oh, it's classic.
Just like, you try to tell your mom about what you do in life, like this radio show, and she still thinks I'm just playing with my friends, that it's not a career, that I should, maybe get something to fall back on. Same thing with this guy, probably. You want to go into space, you want to be on a rocket ship, why don't you learn a trade? Be a plumber like your uncle. At least learn a trade. If the astronaut thing doesn't work out, you could always earn a good wage.
My mom had that conversation with me.
Isn't that great?
So I got a minor in computers.
Oh,
and you know me, I'm the worst at computers.
Is that what you did?
Yes, a computer minor.
The speech worked? Mine didn't. My mother's speech didn't work.
Thank God.
A minor in computers?
Oh, it's awful. And
back then?
That's when they were teaching computer languages.
That must have been great.
Like Fortran and
Pascal?
Cobalt. And
Basic.
Turbo Pascal. Basic. What?
I will now learn the if-then commands.
Right. If 2 equals 4,
then go to 150 syntax error, motherfucker. Yeah.
Thank you to the guy that took that out of play.
Oh, God.
No one has to worry about that crap.
You just have to program shit yourself. I was so in on the early part of computing, and I loved gaming, but you actually had to program your own fucking games. I got a book with program language in it, and used to have to program in BASIC for a game. And it would never fail. Syntax error, line 112095, and trying to debug the goddamn thing. Yeah, Tandy, Commodore computers. I had the Atari 800 XL. And just trying to program those things. Ugh. Just so you could play some stupid-ass game.
Oh, yeah. All right, back to the mother, Anthony.
Yes. I'm very upset over here.
Talking about her son who's up there in space, and she's very worried.
Oh.
Well, I'm confident that they could fix it. I don't know whether they'll be able to fix it in space, but they always told us, and this is what they've been saying, that they'll get the astronauts back, that there was a backup flight going up if they had
backup flight.
Stay on the station. So that's what I'm hoping that'll take place.
This is the mother of one of the astronauts who obviously doesn't tell her shit. Either that or they sit down for coffee and she just, I don't know about all this space stuff. Tell me, but how are the kids?
Right.
Like she doesn't care or want to know or know anything. I hear there's a flight going up. I think it's Delta. They've scheduled flights. They did have some like harebrained scheme of using the Atlantis if something goes wrong, but I mean, their backup plan is using the Soyuz to bring them down with the Russians. There's some type of other flight. I believe it stops at Newark Liberty Airport.
Why don't we,
I want my son in first class, goddammit. And he eats a vegetarian meal.
All right, why don't we go to the third clip? Because we got Elo standing by here.
Oh!
The mom of the astronaut.
Elo.
One of the astronauts.
As a mom, though, you have to just kind of sit and watch and wait and hope and pray and have faith that it'll all turn out, right?
Right. And Charles always had faith. He never doubted for a minute that everything would be all right. You know, it's the mothers that worry, not them. And like Eileen even always said, we wouldn't be going up if we thought that anything was going to happen.
Oh, my God.
That's a very interesting Babe Ruth clip.
I have loved baseball for many years.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Make sure you wear clean drawers up there.
Right.
Because God forbid something happens and they recover your underwear and it's dirty, I'll look like a bad mother.
Yes, you could just...
Fantastic, then.
You could just hear the other side of the conversation. The astronaut. Yes, Mom.
Oh, okay. Yes, Mom.
Yes, I'll be visiting soon, Mom.
No. What if something goes wrong? There's a backup flight, Mom. There's somebody's going to fly up and take us home.
Make sure you call me when you get there. Yes,
Call
Mom.
me. Leave, even if I'm not here, leave a message. Me and your father would probably be out. But leave a message on the machine. On the recorder device.
Now I gotta go watch my cereal, so leave me alone.
I'm gonna watch my programs. So you call from your shuttle, call from the shuttle, and let me know you arrived okay.
It doesn't matter what you do for a living.
This guy's in space.
Right.
He's an astronaut.
And you know he's embarrassed because it goes right back to being in school.
Oh.
Hey, dude, your mom was on TV this morning.
See your mother on TV?
Hey.
Yeah, she just
She's
worries.
She's a little worried.
I'm very worried about him. I hope you're eating well.
We got to break in here. The shuttle's about to land.
Is it?
Finally, yeah.
Really?
They're getting close. Shuttle's
Wait a
crew
minute.
about to enter Earth's atmosphere. I think we have another 45 minutes or so before it lands.
Be a little while.
God, that one astronaut's mom is becoming a superstar.
She is a pisser. I heard her on 10-10 Wins and couldn't stop laughing. We heard her, I guess, when they launched. She's very worried, very concerned about her little boy. She's a mother in Queens. I guess she's 80 years old, and she's an old Italian woman, and her son is up there in the shuttle. And, of course, the first one up since the last disaster, she's very worried. And she's very vocal about how worried she is and how much of a mama's boy her little astronaut is. And I don't know. If I was this guy, I'd be a little embarrassed.
I think he just wants to stay up there.
Just
I think
keep orbiting.
I think this whole space shuttle thing is about this one astronaut wanting to stay away from his mom.
Mission Control, I think there's a weather problem. We're going to go around one more time.
Very nervous and worried about my boy. And I need to speak with him immediately. Put him on the phone, please.
Yeah, can we take this to the moon? I think if we just go to the moon, we do a few laps around the moon, we come back, I don't know, maybe a month.
Here's the clip from last week to get everyone up to speed.
He's very, very sure that everything is fine. He was very happy, and he said everything is great. And we expect him back next Monday.
All right, that one's a little calmer than the ones we've heard.
Expect him next Monday, of course.
Here's the
with
one.
his glasses and his shoes.
Here's the one from this morning, courtesy of 1010 Wins.
Meantime, the tension mounts for the Queen's mother of a shuttle crew member who just wants her son back on solid ground.
It's been another sleepless night for Ray Carmada as she waits for Charlie to land.
Oh, God, if they don't come down soon, I'll have to go up and get them. I can't put up with this much longer, I really.
As Charlie's brother and other family members gather to watch the landing, Ray wonders if Charlie has his cell phone on. She wants to call him and tell him to come home.
Oh, please come home soon. I can't take much more.
The family is glued to the direct line from NASA.
Charlie, call collect. It's okay. I'll reverse the charges from the shuttle. Call me from the shuttle because I worry about you.
Isn't that great?
And he's going to get down there and have to spend a little time with it. But this was his only time. You could tell this is his only time away from that woman.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you come over? I'm making pasta. Come over. I haven't seen you in so long, and I worry.
I love the line. I'm going to have to go up there myself and bring him home.
I'm going to get them.
How is she going to do that?
Gas up the Valiant. We're going to get them. I'm getting my Charlie.
We're going into space.
Is the shuttle safe?
She's a superstar, though.
Oh, they love her.
When this thing lands, I mean, they're just waiting outside her house, I believe.
Oh.
It's going to be great audio later today.
You really, I just hope everything goes well because you don't want to see her. Oh, my Charlie. Oh, I knew it, the shuttle. Oh, poor bastard. Yeah, she's something. The news really loves her because she's very colorful.
Yes.
80 years old.
Yes. All right.
Just like a mom. She said that it was like she worried about him like when he was little and crossed the street.
Really? She said that?
Just every time she opens her mouth, it's another. The guy, he's a friggin' astronaut.
Right.
He's a man. Don't worry about him. He's okay. He's his own man.
I worry when he crosses the street. Very worried. Call me. Reverse the charges. Your father will pay for it.
You would think becoming an astronaut that his peers wouldn't mess with him.
Oh.
But they're just messing with him up there. Hey, Charlie, your mommy called again.
Just got to be hammering him.
Just...
A mama's boy astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when do they come down? 8:12?
About a half hour or so.
Yeah. 8:12 Eastern. Landing out there. It's going to be dark. You're not really going to see much.
No.
They wanted to have a big, spectacular Florida landing in the daylight. But, yeah, it's going to be dark. You can watch, though. They have that night vision stuff, so... We'll be watching. Godspeed, shuttle crew.
Godspeed.
I think we have a clip of the astronaut there, the son.
Mom! I'm not going to lower it. I have to do this now. Mom, please stop calling.
But I worry. I worry so much. When is the shuttle coming down? Are you coming over Sunday for pasta? Your father needs help with the... Yes.
I'm not going to lower it. I have to do this now.
Oh, too good, man. We're 150 miles away now?
Almost.
48. Huh?
47.
46. It's going a lot faster than that. Distance to runway in miles.
They bring it in over the water this time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they usually bring it in over land when they're landing here. But nope. They said, let's just keep everything over the ocean just in case.
And I heard that they can't go back up, too, if they, screw up and miss the runway.
It's not powered. It's a glider at that point. You just you have no power, so if you miss your approach, you're landing regardless.
All right,
We can use data gathered from air data probes deployed on either
95
side of
miles
the
out.
spacecraft to update onboard navigation. They supply updates on altitude and airspeed based on measurements of barometric pressure and wind speed.
Charlie? Charlie, can you hear me? Hi, darling. I see your shuttle. I can see a bright light. Where's my Charlie? Stop talking. Charlie?
87,000 feet. You realize the normal commercial airliner
Yeah,
usually flies around 30,000 feet. The old Concords, which were the highest flying commercial airliners, would fly at about 50,000 feet. So you realize just how much higher still Discovery
Charlie,
is, but
are
it
the
is
landing
now
gear still up, Charlie?
an airship. as
Charlie, are
opposed
the
to
landing gear still up?
Mom! I'm not gonna lower it. I have to do this now.
Did you lower the landing gear, Charlie?
Mom! I'm not gonna lower it. I have
And now you're beginning to see
But you
some
have to
definition
lower the landing
of
gear,
Discovery as
Charlie,
it
in
comes
order
in
for the
for
shuttle to
landing just
land.
about 7 minutes from now.
Mom, please stop calling me.
I see the bright light. It's like the sparkle in your eyes, Charlie. Please
John
come
Harrington, if
home
you're
to
up
me.
there, how fast is your heart beating?
It was a fantastic ride. From about Mach 5 down, or 5 times the
All right,
speed
it's
of
getting
sound.
close now, huh?
It seemed to happen faster. Even though the vehicle's going slower, you're much busier in the cockpit. You're paying more attention to the stuff that's in front of you. When I was flying with Jim Weatherby, it was fantastic.
I think by this point they were already
So
burnt up,
confident in the vehicle.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
in the other one.
200,000 feet
It
down.
made it
Itself
through.
started groaning at about Mach 8,
On
Mach
course
7,
and
and
proper speed
Jim brought that
as
to
it
our attention. So it was,
approaches,
for me,
final
interesting to
you
hear.
now make
a guy
out
who's
the
flown
shape.
2 times
Air Force Base.
saying, talking about the vehicle making funny noises, but fantastic
46 miles
experience.
to touchdown for Discovery.
How many miles?
And now it's really
Altitude
beautiful to
65,000
watch as
feet.
how you
Discovery's
begin to
50
get
miles,
some
1,000 miles
definition
per hour,
in
Three
the
to the
wing
times the speed of sound,
configuration
Mach 1.5.
of Discovery as it comes in.
Discovery's wings leveling as it approaches the landing site.
You're still doing 1,200 miles an hour.
You
For
really
its
can
final
see the
approach, it will
shape.
perform a right overhead 196-degree turn to line with runway 22.
Wow.
As
they gotta
Discovery
turn
goes
around,
subsonic,
you'll hear the boom.
Commander Eileen Collins will take over manual control of Discovery's flight.
Where's Charlie?
Woman driver.
Yeah, chick is landing it.
Don't let
Jim
the
Weatherby,
broad
when he says
land this
manual
thing,
control,
Charlie.
she really
They
is Eileen
can't
Collins
drive.
is now.
Your father always says the broads can't drive, Charlie.
That's right.
Mom!
And maybe a chance for the co-pilot Vegas to touch the stick a little bit in preparation for maybe a future flight assignment.
Me and your father will meet you at the baggage carousel, Charlie. Did you put something on your bag so we know it's yours? I don't want to get it mixed up with the Chinaman.
The slower you go, the faster things happen. And she really has to stay focused on the task at hand. She does that very well. Compartmentalizes, we call it.
Oh, that's a shuttle, all right.
Flying it like a fighter jet rather than an ocean liner up in space. The other thing to remember, though, is it looks like the vehicle's coming down very slowly and stately, and it's very beautiful, as you mentioned. But physiologically, they're also working very hard. Their hearts are pumping more blood up to their heads. You know, remember now for 2 weeks they've been weightless. The hearts have not had to operate as fast, haven't had to pump as much blood opposing gravity. Now with the G-forces coming around and also gravity, the hearts are really pumping fast, keeping the blood.
Gonna land in
up into
about
their
3
heads.
minutes,
There were
Anthony.
G-suits
Yes.
also that are pressurizing their legs.
Still that
to
far away?
prevent
Are they have to do
blood
circles?
from
I guess.
pooling down
He's
into their
got to
legs.
turn around or
But
something.
she isn't thinking
Slow
about
down.
any of that. She's focused
Yeah.
on the runway and trying to grease the landing in for another perfect landing
view?
for Eileen
30,000
Collins.
feet.
That's their view from the
Discovery's
cockpit. I guess.
descent to,
I am
to the runway.
taking a guess here, but I
20
think this
times
is a picture
steeper than
from
that
the
of a standard
cockpit
commercial airliner's
of
descent.
Discovery as
Discovery now
Turn the camera to my
196
Charlie,
degree
though.
banking turn is
Final
made
turn
to
to
head
line
back
with
for the
runway.
runway at Edwards.
Wing
20
angle-
times
wings
steeper than a
50
commercial
degrees to
descent.
180.
You know what that G-force must be like?
Just to give you some extent of,
Oh.
to give you some
Call that Discovery is on course.
Oh, they're still
with
alive. That's
180
good news.
degrees
Yeah,
left
that's
to go on
good.
its turn to line with runway 22.
give you some sense of how people are so interested in this. Just outside our studios in Times Square, looking at our giant screen that is projected
Altitude,
up here above our
22,000
studios.
feet.
Crowds
Pests.
are gathering here in New York just
Wow
to watch
sign.
this landing. And until we get landing now, just over 2 minutes from now, I want to listen in to NASA Select as they bring the ship down.
Discovery Houston on at the 90.
Discovery on at the 90.
It's impossible. I'm trying to tell you that. What do you want? You want the
Altitude
tears to come out of my
17,000
eyes?
Just over 10 miles to touchdown for Discovery.
Yeah. Boy, this takes a long time, Opie.
Sure does. Yep. It's either this or a 15-minute commercial break.
Yeah, what do you
You
want?
choose.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we know we're on delay.
Having been completed.
Believe people they'll watch it land and then hear us going, well, here it comes. Here it comes.
A live view out the forward windows.
Or if it smashes into something like a bunch of dopes, will be like, ah, it looks good.
Yeah, still looking good. I will
Discovery
fool them.
rolling
And
on,
touchdown.
still
It
on
made
the
it.
runway.
There you go. Screw you, bastards. Ruined their little surprise. I got the nose-on camera now. Kind of looking at the front of the shuttle as it comes in. Night vision camera out there in the...
That is really cool. I wish Continental had one of those.
Go.
Give me one quick shot to get 11 million frequent flyer miles, first class for the rest of the millennium.
Hey, what happened to your little Continental there at Newark?
Nothing.
Bumped a couple of planes. Got bumped into by a Continental 737 in Newark.
It happens. We're on the runway.
Yeah, on the runway.
Good,
they were
move
taxiing.
It. Get out of the way.
Two smaller commuter planes.
Exactly. Faggots, beat it. Real plane coming through. Jimmy Norton's got to get somewhere.
That must have really sucked because they got to pull everybody off of 3 planes.
Absolutely, but you know what? It happened on the ground. No harm done.
No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. Good.
Here we go, guys. Oh, here it comes. And touchdown. Fine. Perfect.
Good, perfect
landing.
No incident.
The chute comes out. There it is. And it rolls to a stop.
That's right. Look at that. They got out. Everything's okay.
Boring!
Main gear
That's it.
I know. Believe me, I was rooting for the same thing I didn't want to say.
Oh, stop.
Just a mess.
Boring.
Why hasn't he phoned yet?
And Discovery is home.
And Discovery is home.
Nose gear touchdown.
There.
And Discovery is home.
I was hoping for our big broadcast moment where we would have to announce that the thing had a major problem.
Oh, we've had a malfunction.
Shuttle slowing. The view from the cockpit.
Here. Now a bunch of black guys are going to come out and take their luggage out of a compartment on the side. If it isn't every city, it's amazing, isn't it?
Are they allowed to use their cell phones at this moment?
You can now use your cell phone.
I don't care how
what
confident NASA spoke. I don't care how reassured everyone was.
Yes, we understand.
We get it.
You
Yeah,
still
it's
held your breath today.
I got to be honest. We had a female pilot on the way home and a co-pilot.
So did I, an Asian girl.
Oh, no, I didn't have one of them, thank God.
What the hell was up with that? It frightened me.
It is, I mean, what a chauvinist pig I am. You have that little, like, you don't make me feel better? Honest to God. Because I looked, she had a man arm. Her left arm was a masculine arm.
Yeah.
Is when she turned and I realized she was a woman. She had glasses and a mullet. I'm like, oh, okay. We know what she does in bed. She's got to be qualified.
Yeah, you like that then?
A lesbian, acceptable.
I had an Asian woman that walked into the cockpit, and I'm looking up going, oh, no,
Oh, my
please
God.
go right, go right, go right. And she sat in the right seat.
Yeah, mine too.
And then a short, like, Mexican-looking guy with a black eye was our pilot. And he went walking by, and I'm like, holy shit. But then, for some reason, and I don't know why, when you see Bob Saget on the plane, and Leslie Ann Warren was also on the plane, I'm thinking, you can't lose Bob Saget and Leslie Ann Warren in a crash. So I'm probably pretty safe.
Yeah, you're right. It's never happened in music or anything like that. Good point, Ed. Celebrities never die in plane crashes. Safe place to be.
I don't know why.
That's the last place I want to see a celebrity on a plane crash because I know I'm going to get second billing.
I was done. I wasn't even getting a mention.
Bob Saget killed along with Leslie Ann Warren and Shock Jock.
And yeah, I would have been with the other shoes. That would have been nothing. Gone. Not even a mention.
Tell him, Fred.
The Virus. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.